Your engine isn't broken, it's just tired. Maybe it's not accelerating like it used to. Maybe it sounds rough, burns more fuel, or just feels off. Most drivers chalk it up to age, assuming the only fix is expensive repairs or replacing the car altogether. But what if the real problem isn't wear and tear? It's neglect. In this video, we're breaking down the real, proven changes that can make your engine run like it did when it was new. No gimmicks, no miracle products, just smart mechanical fixes that mechanics swear by and drivers feel instantly. You've heard it before, change your oil regularly. But here's the thing, most people don't do it right. They either wait too long, use the wrong type of oil, or skip the oil filter entirely. Engine oil isn't just a lubricant, it's a cleaner, a temperature regulator, and a shield against wear. Over time, oil breaks down, it gets dirty, loses its viscosity, and stops protecting your engine. That's when friction builds up, parts grind, heat increases, and your engine starts aging faster than it should. But here's the twist, doing a proper oil change isn't just about pouring in new oil, it's about choosing the right oil for your engine's age and condition. If your car has over 100,000 kilometers on it, switching to high mileage synthetic oil can make a huge difference. These oils contain additives that condition old seals, reduce leaks, and clean out sludge that's been building up for years. And don't forget the oil filter. A clogged filter means dirty oil keeps circulating. Always replace it with a high quality filter. Cheap ones can collapse under pressure and cause more harm than good. Now, let's talk about something most people skip entirely, an engine flush. An engine flush is a chemical treatment added to your old oil before an oil change. It circulates through the engine, breaking down sludge, carbon deposits, and gunk that's been hiding in places oil can't reach. Think of it like a detox for your engine. Mechanics use it to clean out years of buildup that rob your engine of performance. But here's the catch, you don't want to do this on every car. If your engine is already leaking or has worn seals, a flush might expose problems that were being masked by sludge. So it's best for engines that are in decent shape but haven't had regular maintenance. When done right, an engine flush followed by fresh synthetic oil can make your engine run smoother, quieter, and more efficiently, almost like new. Next up, spark plugs. These tiny parts are responsible for igniting the fuel-air mixture in your engine. If they're worn out, misfiring, or covered in carbon, your engine won't run efficiently. Replacing spark plugs is one of the easiest ways to restore lost power. You'll notice better throttle response, smoother idling, and even improved fuel economy. And here's a tip, don't just replace them with the cheapest option. Use OEM or high performance plugs recommended for your engine. Some modern engines are extremely sensitive to plug type, and the wrong ones can cause misfires or damage. Also, check the ignition coils while you're at it. If they're cracked or weak, they can cause poor spark and rough running. Replacing both together can give your engine a noticeable boost. Another one is air filter and fuel system cleaning. Your engine breathes air just like we do, and if that air is dirty, performance suffers. A clogged air filter restricts airflow, making your engine work harder. Replacing it is cheap and easy, and it can instantly improve acceleration and fuel economy. But there's more. Over time, fuel injectors get dirty, carbon builds up, spray patterns become uneven. That means poor combustion, rough idling, and wasted fuel. Using a fuel system cleaner, either poured into the gas tank or professionally injected, can clean out those deposits. Some mechanics even use specialized tools to run cleaning solutions directly through the fuel rail for deeper cleaning. The result? Better combustion, smoother power delivery, and a cleaner engine overall. Here's a part most people don't even know exists, the PCV valve, or positive crankcase ventilation valve. The PCV valve, or positive crankcase ventilation valve, is one of the smallest parts in your engine, but it plays a big role in keeping things running smoothly. Its job is to release pressure and gases from the crankcase and redirect them back into the intake manifold, where they're burned off during combustion. This helps reduce emissions and keeps internal pressure balanced. Over time, the PCV valve can become clogged with oil residue and carbon deposits. When that happens, it either sticks open or closed, both of which can cause problems. A stuck valve can lead to rough idling, increased oil consumption, and even sludge buildup. It can also cause pressure to build up inside the engine, forcing oil past seals and leading to leaks. Replacing a PCV valve is quick and inexpensive, expensive, but the benefits are significant. It helps maintain cleaner oil, reduces the risk of leaks, and supports smoother engine performance. If your car is idling rough or burning more oil than usual, this tiny part might be the fix you didn't know you needed. Next up, let's talk about sensors, specifically the throttle body and MAF sensor. Modern engines rely on sensors to manage airflow and fuel delivery. Two of the most important are the throttle body and the mass airflow MAF sensor. When either gets dirty, your engine's performance can suffer. The throttle body controls how much air enters the engine when you press the gas pedal. Over time, carbon buildup around the throttle plate can cause it to stick or respond slowly. This leads to hesitation, uneven idling, and sluggish acceleration. Cleaning the throttle body with a proper cleaner restores smooth airflow and improves responsiveness. The MAF sensor measures incoming air and helps the engine adjust fuel delivery. If it's dirty, the engine might run too rich or too lean, which affects fuel economy and drivability. Cleaning the MAF sensor with a dedicated spray, without touching the sensor directly, can restore accurate readings and help the engine run more efficiently. Together, these two components play a key role in how your engine breathes. Keeping them clean ensures better throttle response, smoother idling, and improved fuel efficiency. Up next, we have vacuum leaks and intake gaskets. Your engine is designed to operate with a precise balance of air and fuel. When air sneaks in from places it shouldn't, like cracked vacuum lines or leaking intake gaskets, that balance is thrown off. The result? Rough idling, poor acceleration, and even engine warning lights. Vacuum lines are made of rubber or plastic and can crack over time. When they leak, unmetered air enters the system, causing the engine to run lean. Intake gaskets, which seal the connection between the intake manifold and the engine, can also fail. This allows air, or even coolant, to leak into the combustion chamber, leading to performance issues or overheating. These leaks are often hard to spot, but mechanics use smoke tests to find them. Once repaired, airflow returns to normal, and the engine feels tighter and more responsive. Fixing vacuum leaks not only improves drivability, but also protects the engine from long-term damage caused by poor combustion. Next, let's talk about carbon buildup. Even with regular oil changes, carbon deposits can quietly build up inside your engine, especially in direct injection models. These deposits form on intake valves, pistons, and combustion chambers, disrupting airflow and reducing compression. The result? Sluggish acceleration, rough idling, and poor fuel economy. Professional carbon cleaning methods like walnut blasting or hydrogen-based treatments can remove these deposits safely. Walnut blasting uses crushed shells to clean intake valves without damaging them, while hydrogen cleaning breaks down carbon chemically as the engine runs. After a proper cleaning, many drivers report smoother throttle response and better fuel efficiency. It's not something you need every year, but for engines that feel tired, it can be a game changer. Now, let's look at the cooling system. Your engine generates intense heat every time it runs, and the cooling system is responsible for keeping that heat under control. If coolant is old or the system is clogged, the engine may run hotter than it should. Even if the temperature gauge looks normal, this extra heat increases wear and can cause long-term damage. Flushing the cooling system and replacing the coolant helps regulate temperature and prevent corrosion inside the radiator and engine block. It's also important to check the thermostat and water pump, which control coolant flow. A healthy cooling system keeps your engine in its optimal temperature range, improving performance and extending its lifespan. It's a quiet fix, but one that protects your engine every time you drive. Now let's look at the air filter. Your engine needs clean air to burn fuel efficiently. If the air filter is clogged with dust, dirt, or debris, airflow becomes restricted. That means the engine has to work harder to draw in air, which reduces power and increases fuel consumption. A dirty air filter can also cause hesitation during acceleration and make the engine feel sluggish. Replacing the air filter is one of the easiest and most affordable ways to improve engine performance. It allows for better airflow, cleaner combustion, and smoother throttle response. For drivers in dusty environments or those who haven't changed their filter in a while, this simple fix can make the engine feel noticeably more alive. Finally, check your oxygen sensors and catalytic converter. Your engine doesn't just rely on fuel and air, it also depends on accurate feedback from sensors. Oxygen sensors monitor the exhaust gases and help the engine adjust fast fuel delivery. If they're slow or faulty, the engine might run too rich or too lean, hurting performance and fuel economy. The catalytic converter, which sits downstream of the sensors, cleans harmful gases before they exit the tailpipe. But over time, it can become clogged with carbon and unburned fuel. A restricted converter creates back pressure, making the engine feel sluggish and underpowered. Replacing old oxygen sensors and inspecting the catalytic converter can restore proper airflow and combustion, giving your engine a noticeable boost. These changes, when done properly, can make your engine feel like it did when it was new. You'll notice smoother acceleration, quieter idling, better fuel economy, and more confidence behind the wheel. And the best part, most of these fixes are affordable and don't require major repairs. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. We break down car care in simple, honest ways so you can drive smarter, save money, and keep your vehicle running strong.